Hey garden friends, I'm Nikki from Proven Winners Direct, and we have something really exciting to start with you this week. As everyone knows, we do Plant of the Day, where we offer one plant each day at a great discount, and then I kind of take you through each plant and tell you all of the wonderful things about it. And so we thought, why not have a combo of the day? So we are going to have a combination every single day available to you at a discount. We'll have a collection set up. We'll make it super easy for you to shop. You can go right to this collection, add the plants to your cart, and you'll save 35% off each individual plant. I actually have this exact combination planted up in my window boxes at home, and it's right outside of where I sit when I'm working on my computer throughout the day, and I love it. So I wanted to start with something that makes me happy in hopes that it will make you happy too. So we are using all Superbells, just different colors in this combination. And the great thing about growing bells together is you can do the exact same thing and know that every plant is going to thrive, because same water requirements, same light requirements. And I started a trick with these awesome Eco Plus Grande containers that we have this year. I actually am finding that they work super well when they're planted in the container because they don't like wet feet. So we're going to kind of follow a similar concept, and we're going to keep them in their Eco Plus Grande containers when we plant it up. So I have, let's see, Over Easy's the white. I've got the Superbells pink. I have the Black Currant punch, Superbells yellow, and the watermelon punch. And they certainly punch. All right, so I'm just going to start planting them up.
Be sure to start every combination you're planting by putting in continuous release fertilizer. This combination of Superbells creates a vibrant point of visual interest for your garden or container and blooms from spring until the first frost, ensuring color all season long. Each of these Superbells thrive in full sun and well-drained soil, making them ideal to be grouped together. They are disease resistant and require little to no deadheading. Superbells are great for attracting pollinators and work well as both a spiller for containers and a vibrant ground cover for your landscape.
All right, ta-da! It looks a little hairy right now, right? Things look hairy when you first plant, but it's going to fill out and mound out so pretty, and these colors are all just going to complement each other, and it will be so pretty. So easy peasy, all Superbells. They're all going to grow the same. They all require the same amount of light, the same amount of watering. And I love Superbells because I don't have to worry about watering them as much as I water everything else. So I'll probably hit this every other day with a nice even deep watering, and before long she's going to be spilling over the rims. The next combination features 3 of our brand new for 2023 Mini Vistas. And they are gorgeous. We've got the Mini Vista Scarlet, Mini Vista Midnight, and Mini Vista Yellow. So we are going to grow them all together in a pretty little circle with some purple fountain grass as our thriller, and I think this is going to be gorgeous. So obviously, being that they're the same variety, just different colors, they're all going to have the same growth patterns, and they're going to spill up and spill over just like all of our Vista series do. And it's just going to provide that perfect, this is like the perfect summer color combo, right? Your reds, your purples, and your yellow. So let's get to it.
Much like the Superbells combination, this one is featuring another of our most popular lines, Supertunia Mini Vista. These little beauties are packed full with some of the most standout color you'll find in any garden, which is an excellent complement to their long blooming nature. Their tolerance of both hot and dry conditions make this combination a great summer patio feature. With the added explosion of grass out the center, you can be sure that your guests won't overlook it. Both the graceful grasses purple fountain grass and the Supertunia Mini Vistas thrive in part to full sun.
I really like how this one turned out. It's got just that nice uniform shape, and you can never go wrong with purple fountain grass. I love how it just flows free. But this is gonna fill in so pretty. The colors are gonna really start popping. Needs a little bit of water-soluble fertilizer. I always strongly feed any of my Supertunias. I do the Superbells as well, but probably every third watering. And before you know it, I give this guy 2.5 weeks, and it's going to be an explosion of this. It's gonna look like a lifesaver ring. All right. around the purple fountain grass. It's gonna be beautiful and big and gorgeous. Our next combination is one of my favorites because it's purple. So we have Color Blaze Newly Noir Coleus, Silver Falls Dichondra, and the Sun Patience Compact Orchid Blush. Now, I got a bigger guy of the Orchid Blush because I wanted you to be able to really see how beautiful they fill out, and I love that purple color. So it's kind of monochromatic. The Silver Falls, that silvery it's gonna pop, it's gonna be pretty. So easy, small container. This is probably only 10 inches around, so I'm keeping it small and simple and just will let it bloom like crazy after that. Okay, let's get going.
If you've planted with the Eco Plus Grande container, you may notice it can be tricky to get the plant out. Just keep squeezing, turning, and breaking and your plant will come loose. With Sun Patience, they fill out very nice. They're not as vigorous as a Supertunia, but they get very lush and full. They also have a more compact, dense foliage. With this combination, the Coleus and Sun Patience act as the thriller, and the Dichondra is the spiller, creating a gorgeous layering. Color Blaze Newly Noir, Sun Patience Compact Orchid Blush, and Silver Falls are all heat tolerant, making this combination perfect for sun-drenched areas. With Color Blaze Newly Noir, we used a gallon size to show how it will look when finished. Which online, Newly Noir is available in a grande size container. We don't recommend removing soil from the plants and tampering with their roots, but Coleus are strong and adaptable, so there's an exception with Newly Noir to fit it into this container. This low maintenance combination provides a wonderful touch of color for your gardens.
I'm really liking this one. I mean, naturally I'm drawn to the monochromatic, classy look in the purples, but I think this one's gonna fill out really nice. So our Dichondra is gonna spill right over, our Sun Patience are gonna fill up, and this Coleus is just gonna continue to grow. It's going to be gorgeous. I lied, this one might be my favorite. But these bright purples and the orange, so I got this guy planted up already just because I had to do some wrangling of sorts. But this is the Lavender 2, part of my Lavender 2 Bee Balm. It is a perennial. I am mixing a perennial with my annuals in a combination planter. And the reason I'm doing that is because I can use this for the rest of the summer. The Bee Balm, it's still got plenty of little buds, and as the blooms spend, deadheaded up, and it'll keep pushing out blooms most of summer, and that will carry me through. And then after the season, I can find a spot in the ground and plant it up there, and then it'll keep coming back for me year after year. Then I'm going to pair it with some Color Blaze Lime Time Coleus. It's going to be gorge. This will fill up and grow and be competitive with the Bee Balm. So we kind of have two thrillas. And then this is a new for 2023 Bright Lights Horizon Sunset African Daisy. And we are going to top it off with the Supertunia Mini Vista Indigo. Beautiful bright colors.
The combination of lavender hues of Pardon My Lavender, the orange of the Bright Lights Horizon Sunset, the deep indigo of the Mini Vista, and the lime green of the Color Blaze Lime Time presents a vibrant and diverse color palette. Pardon My Lavender and Bright Lights Horizon Sunset are both excellent for attracting pollinators. All four of these plants thrive in part to full sun and well-drained soil, making them a perfect pairing. The varied heights of these plants allow for an engaging tiered effect, and each of these plants have long blooming periods, providing continuous color and interest throughout the season. Pardon My Lavender and Color Blaze Lime Time are deer resistant, and the Mini Vistas require no deadheading, making this combination very low maintenance.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be my favorite so far. I love, love, love the bright, vibrant colors. So as this continues to fill in, we're gonna have our Supertunia spill over the side. These bright lights are gonna fill in gorgeously, and they're just gonna keep pumping out those beautiful blooms. And of course, our Coleus to compete with the Bee Balm. It's going to be a beautiful combination in the sun. The next combination has some pretty pinks and whites, and these guys are all three pretty vigorous growers, and so it's going to be exploding, and I love that. So to get started, I have the Supertunia Bermuda Beach, and it's just this magnificent corally pink. love it. The Surefire white begonias, beautiful vigorous growers. And then we have the White Knight alyssum, also vigorous growers. I've grown this in the pot and in the ground. And actually this container is a little bit small. This is a 12-inch container, but this is a little bit small, and so I think it's really gonna be beautiful. All right, well, let's get going.
When our begonias grow, they fill out, but stay more clumped together, which will work like a thriller in this container. The blending of White Knight's silverly white foliage, the pristine white blooms of the Surefire white begonias, and the soft pinkish hue of Supertunia Bermuda Beach creates a harmonious color palette. Both Surefire White and Supertunia Bermuda Beach are known for their continuous blooming from spring until the first frost, ensuring a garden full of color all season long. These three plants create a varied texture with White Knight's distinct leaf structure, the bushy habit of Surefire White, and the trailing growth of Supertunia Bermuda Beach. Bermuda Beach is particularly attractive to butterflies and hummingbirds, inviting pollinators into your garden.
Okay, so for this one, it's really hard for me to only use one of the Surefire Whites. I totally want to stick a second in there, but these guys are such vigorous growers that I'm just going to trust the process and allow them to spill over the container, because within a few weeks this is going to be ginormous anyways, no matter what. So we're just going to let this begonia guy fill in beautifully. This is another super easy. These annuals are super low maintenance. Heavy feeders though, you're going to want to feed them with the water soluble fertilizer every third watering. Let it get established a little bit first after you plant though. It's going to be pretty. Our next combination is both beautiful and delicious because we are using some of our beautiful veggies and herbs and some beautiful flowers. So I'm going to start with the glorious Amazel basil. If you've never grown this, you really, really should. It smells so delightful and it tastes even better. But we are going to grow this guy as our thriller for our container. So I'm going to pop him out of our eco pots only because I like to pack my containers chock full of plants, so more space. So he's going to be our thriller. And then I'm just going to take some of our strawberry reds and the beautiful diamond frost euphorbia. This just grows and grows and grows, and it's wispy and airy. I love it. Give us just a nice little texture in there. So I'm gonna pop a strawberry red in front. These guys also fill out, these gorgeous green leaves fill out really pretty. They get really bushy, and then the pretty red blooms up top come, and then your berries just spill over.
This combination brings together the best of both worlds, with Amazel basil and berry treasure red providing fresh produce, and diamond frost adding an ornamental aspect to the container. All these plants require full sun and well-drained soil, making another perfect fit. These three plants vary in growing height, with Amazel basil growing upright, berry treasure red spreading out and remaining relatively low to the soil, and diamond frost growing and spreading to a medium level, making them compatible companions. The most unique aspect of this combination is its multi-sensory appeal, with the visual appeal of its structure, the touch appeal from its various textures, and the wonderful scent from Amazel basil and berry treasure. Not to mention, they also are delicious.
See what I mean by beautiful and delicious? So we have our Amazel basil here. It looks kind of small in comparison to our strawberries, but Amazel basil grows and grows and grows. The more you harvest, the more it will grow. Beautiful. And these strawberries, as you can tell, look at those beautiful fruits just draping over the sides, and our diamond frost is just going to fill in for a little bit of wispy, airy contrast. Beautiful and delicious. Finally, for our last combination, I have one for your shady spots. So we are going to start with the Surefire red begonias. These can take sun or shade, so that is a beautiful thing about those guys. And then we have the Hippo polka dot white plant. These are beautiful in the shade. They bring that nice white and green contrast. And for our thriller, we are going to use the Proven Accents Pegasus begonia. So this is just going to be a foliage annual, and it grows in canopies beautifully. So these will be our thrillers.
The bright white foliage of the Hippo White contrasted with the deep red flowers of Surefire Red and the greenish white leaves of the Pegasus Begonia creates a striking and eye-catching color combination in your garden. These three plants offer a variety of textures and forms, from the large glossy leaves of the begonias to the unique heart-shaped leaves of the Hippo White, adding depth and interest to your garden. All of these plants prefer partial to full sun, making them good companions if you are looking to fill an area that has less direct sunlight. The taller height of the Pegasus, combined with the lower height of the Hippo White, can create a wonderful layered effect. Surefire Red Begonia has a long blooming period, providing continuous color for this combination. And all three of these plants require low maintenance, with Surefire Red known for its self-cleaning nature, eliminating the need for deadheading.
This one turned out super pretty too. I love the pop of red with the begonias and with the foliages. So as I mentioned, this Pegasus is just going to grow and canopy over. Now the Surefires, they get big and massive. However, because this is going to be grown in the shade, I'm not as concerned with it taking over the Hippos and the Pegasus. So I ended up throwing another one in there in the front because it needs to be full. I'm impatient. So yes, this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful pot for your patios in the shade. That wraps up our first series of combinations of the day. We are going to feature all of these plants each day of the week at 35% off. We're going to make it super easy for you. Each one is going to be in a separate collection, so you can just click as you go. All the plants featured in that collection in one spot. Easy peasy. I hope that this inspired you to get a little creative with your combinations, or maybe you saw something that you haven't seen before, or a new way to use an annual that you already love. So we are looking forward to continuing this. Like and subscribe so that you can follow along and have so much fun with us. Happy planting.